Tony Ferguson, El Kukui, otherwise known as the boogeyman of the UFC, is currently on a 8 fight losing streak. 8 fight. I did not stutter. He's on the 8 fight losing streak that has spanned the course of 4 straight years. Okay, he's lost to Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, Michael Chiesa, Michael freaking Chiesa. Okay, freaking King Green, and guys such as that, guys that prime Tony Ferguson would maul. He would eat them for lunch. Okay, the man is past his prime, and many are wondering why this man won't retire. Okay, but that is not what we are discussing today. Okay, him and another person we are discussing today, a little mystery person that I really think is the exact same like Tony Ferguson. Okay, he just did not retire when he was supposed to. Tony Ferguson debuted on The Ultimate Fighter in 2011, picking up a big victory over Ramsey Najim, or however you say that name. Brock Lesnar versus the Sanyos Ultimate Fighter series when they were coaching against each other. Tony Ferguson made his debut there in the UFC. He picked up a big victory over Ramsey, and then after that he moved on. And from there, this is before his win streak now. Okay, he really started off kind of strong. Okay, and in that process, only taking one loss, and that loss was to Michael Johnson. And then after that, this is when he went on his tear across the entire division. Okay, but before we get into that though, let me say this, man. Sometimes like you need someone in your corner that is telling you, okay, that is telling you, hey, bro, listen, you might want to hang it up, you might want to do this, okay. But the real question is, why doesn't Dana take his license? Okay, it's like Dana. Y'all tell me in the comments, is Dana not allowed to do that, or is just it's not right? I don't know. Is Tony the only one that's able to like decide if he wants to stop? I do know that Dana can fire his ass, but that won't stop him from fighting. But regardless, though, anyway, Tony won his next 11 or so fights, and he beat the likes of Mike Rio, and he had a lot of finishes, a lot of submissions. I mean, it makes sense. Okay, looking at his resume, it makes sense that a lot of people really believe this guy could beat Khabib. And looking at, I mean, come on, he dominated Keith Lee, he dominated Rafael dos Anjos, okay, choked out Edson Barboza's ass, okay, and now at this point, I don't right remember, but I think he was supposed to fight Khabib. But since that, then that fell through. He fought Kevin Lee for the interim belt, and then because I think Khabib got injured, and then after that they tried to fight again a couple months later. That fell through, and if I'm not mistaken, what this article I read, it said that they tried to schedule that fight and fight each other 5 straight times, and all of them got canceled, which is tragic, man. Because I feel like we legitimately, okay, with the death of Khabib's father and with Tony Ferguson falling off the face of the goddamn earth, okay, we were really robbed of a instant classic, okay? Okay, this is not about if Tony will win or Khabib will win. It is the fact that we know that this would have been a straight war, man, okay? They would have just tried to kill each other, okay? Because unlike the other people that Khabib faced, Tony had good wrestling. He had good jiu-jitsu, okay? He had questionable but really freaking spectacular striking, okay? I mean, I'm just saying, we were really robbed of that. But regardless, though, we're at the point right here where, Tony Ferguson, you could kind of see in the Kevin Lee fight that, okay, maybe something, maybe Tony's starting to slow down a little bit, maybe. But after that, though, he fought Pettis to a nice unanimous decision. That is quite literally the fight that cemented him as the legendary boogeyman of the UFC division, okay? And at this point, we are in 2018, 2020. I think, yeah, this is we're during the Apex era against Justin Gaethje, okay? Tony Ferguson, life was good, okay? Tony was on top of the world, okay? He had the interim strap. He defended it. I mean, he defended it once against Pettis, won it against Kevin Lee. Keep on wanting to say Keith Lee. Kevin Lee, right? So Tony was on top of the world, and then he fought the tragic this fight. I'm sorry to bring up bad memories for a lot of Tony fans, for a lot of MMA fans, but this is probably the most brutal fight of all time. Okay, now we're gonna break this down. The first couple of rounds was pretty even. Okay, I say the first round or two was pretty even. Correct me if I'm wrong. The first couple of rounds was pretty even. Okay. It was Tony really getting his work in. He was really, he was actually really getting Justin, but this is probably one of Justin's best performances too. No, I think it was either the end of the first round or the second round. Tony rocked Gaethje. I'm talking about both of them came with an uppercut at the same time. He caught Gaethje. Gaethje went down, bro. Gaethje was out. It looked like Gaethje was out cold, man. But apparently that lit fire under his ass because Gaethje went out. Okay, Gaethje went out and absolutely rocked and whipped the shit out of Tony Ferguson, man. It was so brutal to watch, man. And props to Tony. That man's he was solid, bro. Every shot, and you hear from all MMA fighters, oh man, bro, hey, Justin hits hard, man. He hits like a truck, and man, I don't know what Tony's chin was made out of, but his chin was made out of pure diamond or something because that boy would not go down, bro. Herb, now probably if the fight continue on, he would have got knocked out, but damn, bro. Tony's face looked like Jason Voorhees went at it with an axe, bro. It was absolutely insane. But it broke a lot of fans' hearts, okay? And many people marked this as the day that El Kukui died, okay? His chin was broken after that, man, okay? Just literally, Tony did not look the same. Whatever Gaethje did, it ruined him, bro, because Gaethje literally broke that man like he beat him like he owed him, like he was a mob boss that owed him money, bro. It's absolutely insane. Okay, the amount of punishment that Tony took in that fight compared to how Baron Saint Denis, okay, was there. Okay, it was brutal. It was like Jesus Christ, man. Okay, you wanted him to continue. You wanted him to keep on fighting, but bro, for his own health, for his own freaking Matter of fact, I got another comparison. Chris Erickson Lubin versus the Tyrant Inferno. Okay, it's similar to that, okay? Because you know how y'all boxing fans know how Lubin's face looked like. The big old knot on his forehead, that is basically how Tony Ferguson looked in my book, okay? It needed to be stopped for his own safety. But the subsequent 8 goddamn losses that Tony Ferguson went on, man, at a certain point you gotta think, man, whoa. Listen, bro, honestly, as a fighter myself, man, after I don't know, after the third loss straight, I would have been like, okay, man, I might have to rethink some things, okay? And arguably, okay, we're gonna break this down, but arguably, his fight against Nate Diaz, he could have won, but again, Diaz just somehow pulled the victory out of his ass and locked him in submission and tapped him out, man. I'm just like, bro, listen, the entire thing is insane, bro. Why won't no one take this man's thing from him, okay? Because listen, after he got TKO'd by Justin Gaethje, he fought Charles Oliveira, and this was when Oliveira was in his element, was on his run, okay? And Oliveira beat him, okay, destroyed him, and made Tony look like a shell of himself, okay? And then he fought. And then the same thing happened with Dariush. Okay, the same thing happened. Okay, same thing happened. He just looked out of his element. But again, though, these losses weren't that bad. Okay, it was just kind of like, oh man, Tony just needs to get back in his right headspace and he'll be fine. Okay, and then came the Michael Chandler fight, bro. This was probably the most brutal shit. I'm sorry for the cussing, but this gotta be the most brutal shit I ever see in my life, bro. Okay, the fight was, just kind of. Honestly, I think Tony was kind of winning the fight. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Tony was winning the fight for a little bit. He was doing pretty well. He was doing absolutely. He looked. He looked like old Tony. We're like, oh yeah, Tony back, man. Yeah, man. And keep in mind, this is when Tony, I think, was because he's 40, now. So I think he was about 38 at this point, right? No, but Tony was looking good, Like, damn, okay. And then, bro, that man Chandler threw that freaking dynamite forward front kick, bro. Made that man look like a frog, bro. You look. I'm gonna put the picture on the screen right now. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Look at him, man. Jesus Christ, man. I'm gonna show the video of the kick, man. It's brutal, ain't it? It's brutal, huh? I know it's brutal, man. Listen, okay. But after that brutal knockout, man, people are like, dang, this right here is what I really believe Tony should retire right here and there. But Tony said, nah, bro, I'm good. So he continues on, right? Tony continues on. And this is where he had the Nate Diaz fight. I already said about the Nate Diaz fight. Tony looked like Tony, for the most part, in my book, it looked like he could have finished the Diaz, I think. But I think he screwed up and he got on the ground, and then Diaz was like, nah, night. You know what I mean? Tapped his ass out. So I'm like, dang, bro. And then another fight that I believe should have been an easy win. But keep in mind, okay, this was 2023 against King Green. He is literally 39 years old. Tony, bro, Tony gets submitted by King Green. Okay, the man that goes on to get submitted and choked out cold. Okay, by Paddy Pimblett. Okay, and speaking of Paddy Pimblett, his next fight, Paddy Pimblett easily just. Honestly, I think Paddy could have finished the fight against Tony whenever he wanted to, but in feeling sorry for Tony, Paddy just took him rounds and got a big win by decision. And honestly, bro, it's right here really just gets me, okay? And then the fight that was really touted on the internet, if you were watching in the MMA community around that time, you would see it. It was the fight of who should retire, okay? Because Michael Chiesa, another guy who was on like a 4-fight losing streak, okay? Another guy that had a good little winning streak but then lost it and was on a huge fight skid, okay? Listen, okay? Michael Chiesa submits Tony Ferguson in one round. 3 minutes and 44 seconds into the first round, okay? Bro, Michael Chiesa, the guy that many people literally forgot. The only notable thing Chiesa did was get the crap beat out of him by Kevin Lee, okay? That was the only notable moment in that guy's career. And Tony Ferguson at the age of 40 or 39, whatever, gets tapped out, bro. I'm just like, okay. Listen, this is when you gotta just quit, bro. I'm not trying to tell a man what to do, but bro, you need to know when to do what you need to know what's good for your own health, okay? And at this point, man, with all these beatings he's taking, especially the Chandler fight and the Gaethje fight, bro, that was just ah bro. I hate doing it. I hate that I had to make a video on this about this guy, man. But sadly, okay, Tony just needs to hang it up, man. Okay, and right now his record, I'm pretty sure it sits at 24-11. Anthony Pettis was his last victory, and look how long Pettis has been out of the UFC. Okay, so that should show you how long and how tragic this situation is. Okay, I mean, I don't know, y'all tell me what you think about Tony. Okay, but regardless, Jesus Christ.